Being a teenage entrepreneur isn't easy. These days, more like, I feel like there's so many more teenage entrepreneurs than ever before, especially with the ease of the internet. Anybody can literally start a business like that. Unfortunately for me, I stumbled upon business more in my 30s. So I was never that teenage entrepreneur that I always wanted to be. I did entrepreneurial pursuits like flipping protein powder back in the day. But especially with online these days, like I said, the opportunities are limitless. I really want to highlight my really good friend Gideon. This actually section is part of a longer podcast, so make sure if you like this section, watch the full podcast. But really, I took this part where he was talking about setting up his fruit stand, how he became a 9 to 5, or how he actually set up his first business, right, and then got shut down by his friends. What we talk about in the longer podcast is his struggle. I guess like he went from that entrepreneur life back to a 9 to 5, and he was like, what the fuck, I'm not making any money. And now Gideon is really inspiring because he's only 18, he has a baby face, look at him, right? And I think the really cool thing about that is that right now he has his own e-commerce business. He flips real estate with his parents, and he got his dad involved in all that as well. He's meeting really cool entrepreneurs everywhere along the world, and he's also a sales manager too. He runs a closing team as well. So I just want to highlight him. He's a really cool dude. I think if you're a young guy, maybe from the Netherlands, you'll really relate to the story. Either way, sit back, relax, watch this video, and watch the full podcast as well. I'll talk to you guys later. Take care. Peace.
Like maybe I am a fucking loser at that time. So I started joining a gym and I started my entrepreneurial journey at a very young age. At age 15, I bought my own fruit stand. I started selling strawberries.
Wait, age 15? I actually don't know this. That's so cool.
That's pretty funny. You don't actually know this story yet. So at age 15, I bought my very own fruit stand. I would stand at like a local farmer's market and I would buy strawberries from like local farmers, and I would repackage it into like little plastic containers and just put stickers on it. And I sold them for like $5 a box, but it would only cost me like 2 to make, essentially. So I did that with cherries, I did that with strawberries, I did that with pineapples and stuff.
Dude, you're
So
learning the basics of arbitrage right there, man.
yeah. And my very first mentor was the person that actually introduced me to like a bunch of books, to like a bunch of like, not Think and Grow Rich. He was the one that introduced me to Think and Grow Rich. My parents actually introduced me to what's it called, Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Yeah.
You know, those are really good books if you want to learn the fundamentals about like
I'm not gonna lie,
attitude.
Think and Grow Rich is pretty boring, man. I can't read that book.
It might be boring. It might be boring, but like the principles of it helped me like a lot, because it changes the way you look at things, man.
Yeah.
It puts power into your words. You know, well, the power in the words has always been there, but it makes you like think about that stuff. But anyways, that's a little woo-hoo, is a little out there. But at age 15, I basically started being an entrepreneur, like by the definition of arbitrage.
Yeah.
At one point, I started making stroopwafels, which in my country is like a pretty famous delicacy.
What's
stroopwafels? Let me look
like
up
a strawberry waffle. That's what it sounds like to me.
No. Maybe if I pull up a picture, I can. Yeah, these things. Oh, you can't see shit, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, these things.
Oh, dude, my mom likes those things.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're listening to this, it basically looks like a waffle, pretty much. It's like, is it in between like a waffle and a cracker type of thing?
So it's 2 waffle crackers.
Yeah.
You put syrup in between. Yeah. You put it on top of each other. It's like 10 cents per piece to make.
Yeah.
But you sell it for $1.50 each. And I would make it in front of the customers, and that really got them horny as fuck. So it's like It's stuff
like
like
for
that.
it's like for date
Yeah.
night. Like, oh, you're in the park and stuff, and you just get the like dessert and
Yeah.
you share it and stuff. Yeah, I get
For
it,
like
man.
the kids and stuff. Yeah. So I would say that like this again, either a local farmers market where the people there are like in a very frivolous state, you know.
Yeah.
It's like they go there to buy all these weird vegan exotic shit.
Mhm.
So it's like if they see this kid that's making like little treats, so of course they're gonna buy it, you know. And to this day I still have a baby face, so
Yeah.
imagine what I looked like 3 years ago. So
Dude, you have a like a face, man.
but I used to be worried about that, but now I fucking own it, man. That's the
yeah,
thing.
yeah,
That's the thing.
yeah.
But in terms of things that I'm working on right now, so
Well, kind of curious, man. Before we
yeah.
go into things right now, what happened to that fruit stand? Did it? Oh yeah, and you started up this fruit company called Dole, right?
Which one?
I'm just joking. You know Dole?
Okay.
Yeah,
No.
it's like a huge corporation that
Oh,
fruit.
yeah,
Yeah,
I started it
yeah,
a couple years ago,
yeah.
man. I'm not sure how it turned out. I sold it at one point, but no.
No, what happened to that fruit stand, man?
Actually, I was operating it illegally. So
Oh,
yeah. So it got shut down because officially you can't own your own fruit stand and stuff like that if you're not 16. And I was
how did it
actually
feel
20th.
like getting shut down? Like, who did they catch you? Did they talk to you? What happened?
Someone actually ratted me out, and I'm not gonna say it who it is, but I know who it is, and fuck you, man. But
So somebody ratted
if
you
you're
out.
watching,
But
yeah, someone ratted me
how did you feel like when you got like ratted out? Was it a close friend or
out.
was it like
It
was it
was
Kelly?
it wasn't no, it wasn't Kelly. It was an ex-colleague of mine. It was someone I used to work with.
Yeah.
And we had all these plans of like owning multiple fruit stands together, and he basically stabbed me in the back. But that's like not too important of a story. But
Uh-huh.
at the time I felt defeated, man. I felt like shit, man. I was finally building something. I was finally earning some money because, you know, as a 15-year-old, I was making like 150 bucks per weekend. Like I was doing this on the side while I was in middle school, high school. I'm not sure what it is like. Like this, the education system is a little bit different in the Netherlands.
Yeah,
I think it would be high school. Age 15 is high school, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's high school.
Yeah. But it felt
14 to
if I
18.
felt at the time I felt defeated, man, and I felt betrayed, and
Uh-huh.
like the whole fucking world was against me. Like, oh man, I'm just a young kid that's trying to make
From
an
the
extra,
Netherlands.
you know, I'm not hurting anyone. I'm just selling strawberries and making like treats and shit. So what the fuck, man? And that really put me off track, man, for a long time. For a
Mhm.
long time, that put me off track. Then I started focusing on like just working out and improving my social skills and stuff.